All right, welcome back. This is MDawg. We are here at Copper Lake in RF4, and I'm fishing at 6162 at clip 20 here. This has it's been an interesting spot. I'll show you what we're using. First, let's look and see kind of what we've caught and the time frame. This isn't necessarily like the best farm at the moment. Though it's not the worst either. We did have a white bream trophy randomly out of this spot. Of course, a mirror carp, easy mirror carp order. And we've made about 838 silver. Now, that's in 2 hour 45. That's in 2 hours. 2 hours. So, not the best bite rate, but what you're going to see once we look at the net again is that it's the quality of the fish that's interesting. You're not catching a lot of, gibbles and stuff here on this setup, at least currently. I really thought we had a fish on. Maybe we don't. I think we do somewhere. Oh, it's middle. All right. You're really just seeing a lot of pretty decent fish and a lot of orange. There's the spoiler right there. What we're seeing is a lot of orange. You see, I'm really aiming between those two groups of weeds right across. I did spot the water with the same stuff that we have in our PVA to start the spot off, and would kind of do it maybe once a day or so just to give it a little boost. But mostly what we're using is this right here. Let me get out of the way and kind of show you. This is the PVA we're using. We've got some crushed up caramel and fruits, some sweet cream, corn flour, and caramel. Pretty standard setup. What's a little different is we are using the caramel and fruit boilies to go with the normal or one of the two normal sweet cream pellets. So the baits aren't that big, but they're big enough that we're, so far at least, like with this spot and with this approach, we're not catching a ton of gibbles. We've had a couple here and there. We did have a trophy roach, and we had the trophy white bream and another random white bream. But if you look by weight, a really nice orangey, and then lots of other oranges. Decent amount of tench at the normal tench times. Some linears. Actually, like zero dinks mirror. All I'm seeing is dinks linear. We did have the one new tench. Not overly crazy amount of mirror carp, which is nice. Only the 2 gibbles, the 2 roach. So a lot of what you're seeing, it's not the best bite rate you'll ever experience. But a lot of what you're seeing is the type of fish you want to catch. And that's what I kind of like about this spot right now. Now, I've been sitting here, as you see, for a while. I took like 30, 40 minutes off, but mostly we fished this spot out in the past 2 hours. So the bite rate's probably way down at the moment. And notice that I only have PVA on the left and right rod. I'm always a little bit mindful of not wanting to overfeed a spot, especially if I'm using spod occasionally. So we've just got PVA on the outside. And what often happens in that situation is a lot of times I'll have a better bite rate on the rod that doesn't have PVA. However, you've got to remember that the PVA on the outside rods, they're still feeding the general area. We're at 20 clip on all 3 casts, so it's hard to separate the impact that those could be having, even in the midst of this current setup. So let's just kind of give it a few minutes here. I'll update you if any more fish come in. See if I can get the bite rate, if engaged at all. Again, I've probably just about fished this spot out, but even if we don't see a lot more fish, I thought it was worthwhile just kind of pointing out you can do some good fishing here. And what I like is you got a chance to see a lot of these oranges and some dinks linear. You've got cafe orders that you can fill. There's a lot of cool stuff going on right now on this spot. So let's kind of see how the next couple minutes do, and then we'll wrap it up. All right. Once again, that's 3 fish in a row on the middle rod. Promise it hasn't been like this the whole time, but this is interesting. Of course, we're going to get another gibble. Just Perfect timing there. All right. Not a gibble. It's a dinks. Another linear. Pretty cool. Well, I guess mark this down. We are getting a fish on rod 1 here. Which you like to see. It also looks like we have a little bit of orange here. So the oranges keep coming out. This one's 7.4. We will certainly take that. Now we've got one on line 3. So finally, starting to see some come in on the PVA lines, I guess. Take this little tinch. Yeah. Once again, we don't mind that at all. All right, let's see what we've got this time. Looks like a very small dinks to me. Yes, very small. And I would love to, and I may try it, I mean, I would love to use larger baits here. I just think the bite rate is going to suffer so much. I mean, yeah, if you just want to like be really patient and try to catch a bigger fish, you could do that, but it's going to destroy the farm. You know, it'll just be a AFK fishing, basically. But we do hit these patches where we're catching a lot of small fish, I guess, or some small fish. I shouldn't say a lot. It really hasn't been that terrible. I've got to remember, we have absolutely fished this spot out. Like, we shouldn't still be fishing here. I just wanted to kind of show the setups and do a little bit more fishing here in case we could just catch a couple more fish for the video. We'll fish here at the same time. About 11:19 in the morning, so I'm sort of pausing it between fish. That's why it seems like it's a really good bite rate, but in actuality, it's average at best right now for reasons that we have gone into. Wow, was not expecting to see one of these over here, just because I haven't yet, but always love to see the Yacht Sushiro show up. Anytime they want to come hang out, I'm game. Alright, well, let's get another fish here, and we will wrap this one up. Oh, another orangey. Just nice. Feels like we are on a very nice percentage of rares at the moment. It's very cool, very cool. Let's go see what our final tally is, I suppose, and then we'll wrap this one up. I don't know, in case you somehow missed it. We are here at 61, 62, right on the edge of H3 and G3. 20-meter clip. I've been casting right there between the two weed beds. It's not like the craziest copper farm I've ever seen, obviously, but it's still really good. And you know, don't forget the cafe orders we've hit as well. So by price, that big orangey, and then the Yatsushiro right there. It's cool how much a common roach sells for here. Holy cow, 42. So some nice silver. Anyway, let's make sure there's not another fish on, and if not, we'll wrap this one up. Hope you're enjoying Copper Lake again. It's nice. Temperatures have gone back to normal. By the way, that's kind of what's happened here. Copper Lake has returned because of the water temps coming back to normal. We had some a string of days there of not normal water temperature, either elevated or decreased. So not that fishing was terrible, but fishing is, I think, better now that it's back to normal temps. All right, tight lines, everybody. I'll see you next time. After hours bonus. You know, I have turned these videos off, and first fish is sometimes amazing. So I guess by going ahead and catching this one like this, we'll maybe keep that going, because maybe the next fish will be amazing. Anyhow, tight lines, y'all.